Hello friends, I hope you are having a wonderful week so far. I am back with another quick and breezy summer tutorial. I am going to get right to it. I had a signature shaper on today as well. I've been favoring this one a little bit more in the summer because it's so lightweight. And today I am going to be working with one of my watercolor 2-in-1s. Now, I would recommend using a 2-in-1 of some sort for this wrap or something else very thin in volume, and you will see why. So I am going to put this on my head, going straight across, and I am going to put it a little bit uneven. So I am going to be making a little rosette, and so wherever I want that rosette to be is where I want the center of my scarf. So I like mine to be kind of up around here, so that is where I am going to try to center my scarf. Okay, and then this is just going to get tied in a knot at the back of my head. Thusly. Okay, so now I am going to take this side, fold in my raw edges, and then this is going to come up and over, nice and flat, nice and simple. This is really going to be a very easy wrap, all about the rosette. And then this other end is going to come up as well. And so I want to tie them where the two ends are nice and even. So I think that looks pretty good. And it doesn't really matter which end comes out where. Not important. Okay, so I have tied that on my head, and now these should be nice and even. All I'm going to do is I'm going to start rope twisting these two ends. So what that means is that I'm going to be twisting each of these scarves clockwise, and then I'm going to twist them around each other counterclockwise. You could do it the other way around if that feels more comfortable for you. The thing is, this is going to create a really tight twist. And especially as we start getting towards the ends, this is how I'm going to make sure that I am keeping all of my little fringy bits in as much as possible. Not the end of the world if some of them are poking out, but for the tidiest possible look, we really want to try and keep them in as much as possible. Okay, and then once that is done, all I'm going to do is I'm going to twist a little bit more. And you'll see that it naturally wants to start curling around itself. And I'm just gonna let it. Okay, I'm gonna go around until I have a little bit of a rose right here. And then this end can come up and tuck right underneath where I brought that first scarf around. That's it. That's the whole thing. And just, yeah, make sure everything is in nice and tidy. And there we go. There's our little rosette. So here is what it looks like from the front, from the side, back, and the other side. I have really been loving this. This is such a fun way to wear a scarf in the summer where it's a little bit of detail but has absolutely nothing hanging down on your neck. I have been loving it. I do usually like to have my rosette placement a little bit higher, but no big deal. So that's the base wrap. Now, I've been doing this plenty. What I haven't done is what I'm about to try. So I'm going to try to do a slightly different variation of this wrap. And I'm going to try to angle the front, and I am also going to try to incorporate a pin. You can use any kind of pin that you like, but this is the one that I am going to try to use. I think it is the Funky Framework. I think that's what they call it at Rapunzel. So because I want it a little bit higher, I'm going to scooch it a little bit back towards the center, and now I am going to angle it. Same business. Tie it at the nape of my neck. And now, when I bring this other side up, I'm going to use it to complete the V. I think this sharp part should be totally fine in terms of creating. Now, how is that worse? How is that worse? Okay, that's worse. I don't know what happened there. All right, I think I scooched it at the center of my scarf to be about here. It's hard with the 2-in ones because like they really don't retain like a halfway crease the way that a lot of other scarves do. So I'm going to put it on like that, tie the knot, and let's see if I managed to fix it. Nope, no, I didn't. Wow, I am really struggling here. Okay. Let's just take this off my head completely. All right. This is about the middle of the scarf. So this is the part that I want to be like here. And then I'm going to angle it. Okay, that is looking different. Let's see if it has fixed my problem. Always fun experimenting. No. How do I keep messing this up? Okay. Let's go back in the other direction. So help me. Am I going to leave all this in when I edit the video? Am I going to cut it out? Nobody knows. You know, I feel bad. At the very least, if I do leave all this fussing around in, I will put a link to the part where I actually succeed. Okay. All right. Tie that. And then bring it up. Yes. Okay. All right. We've got it now. So tie off in the back of my neck for what is hopefully the final time. And now bring this end up to complete that V shape that you know I love so much. And then this one I also want to come up nice and flat, nice and smooth. And tie in a knot. Okay. All right, so now, yes, good. So now that I've done that, I am going to take my pin and I am going to put it through that knot. And then the idea is that as I wrap this around, that this will form the center of my little rosette. And I think that that might be super pretty. So just like before, I am rope twisting it. I am trying to keep it really tightly wound, pull in all of my little fringy bits as much as possible. And start winding it around. Oh yeah, I think that probably looks really nice. I can't totally see it in my viewfinder here, but I'm liking what I can see of it. Okay, make sure I've got as much of my fringiness tucked in as possible, but honestly, just as like proof of concept, I think that looks really good. Okay, here it is from the front, from the side, the back, and the other side. So again, little bit of fringiness poking out. If you were wearing this to a simcha, to a special event, this would be a fabulous summer Shabbat wrap. You could go back and really make sure that all of the fringes in or as much as possible, but I think this looks super pretty. So that is it. My little rosette wrap. I hope you all enjoyed it. Until next time, that is a wrap for me. Thank you so much for watching.